G'day guys, Luke from Hitch. Well, welcome to the next part of the OTT video series. So what we wanted to do on this video is run you through the electrical system on the OTT because it's our party piece. So one thing that we wanted to do in our brief on this particular build, we wanted to be 100% gas free and we didn't want to use diesel to heat or cook. So what did we have to do? Big electrical system. So what we're running is we're running a 48 volt system using a lot of Victron and Safari componentry. So what that allows us to do is to use the solar, replenish the batteries, and then use those batteries to power the whole camper. So some of the stats. We've got a 9.6 kilowatt hours of battery capacity, which is huge. This is a truly off-grid setup and it is 100% electric. There's no gimmicks here, there's no electric cooking but diesel heating or anything like that. This is a proper electrical system. So using the Victron gear, it's good quality stuff. What it allows us to do, we bring in the solar. We've got 1400 watts of solar on the roof of this camper, and that goes into our battery bank. We've got 4 48 volt batteries, which gives us a 12 volt equivalent of around 1000 amp hours of lithium, which is just huge. Then what we do, we've got a 5000 watt Victron inverter, which allows us to step everything up to 240 and run all our favorite appliances, the aircon, the TV. We've got an induction cooktop, a convection oven, but then you've got all your other bits and pieces, sandwich makers, kettles, toasters, anything you want, you can run. But also what we've got is, we then step down to 12 volt for things like fridges, lights, USB chargers, all that type of stuff. And that's how we manage our power. And the beauty about 48 volt is it's really efficient. And then stepping up to 240, you get a variety of different appliances that you might not normally consider taking off-road and camping. But when you're going to this OT setup, you're going away for those longer extended periods of time. This allows you to do that. The benefit of this type of system is you know exactly what your percentages are, you know how much power you're using, how much you're replenishing, so you know where you're at. With things like gas and everything, we've all been there before, halfway through cooking a steak and you run out of gas. Nothing worse than if you're in the middle of the Simpson Desert, you run out of gas, you could be 3 or 4 days from being able to top it up. You don't have this issue with the truck. Also too, when you are traveling, we've got a DC to DC charger, which charges it all back up, all at 48 volts, so really efficient, high power input. So you can be, as you're cruising, replenish the batteries and recharge that system so you've got even longer and further off grid. The beauty of this system, the only limiting factors is water, food, and diesel and how far you want to get away. Your power is not a limiting factor because it's 100% been able to be replenished by solar or by the truck. So the other big thing about when you do the electrical system is all the cool appliances and features we can do from an electric. So out here, we've got our electric barbecue. We've got the TV going so you can watch a bit of footy or whatnot while you're out cooking a steak. But inside, the other big electrical features we've got. So we've got underfloor heating. So that helps keep the feet nice and toasty, but also regulates the temperature inside the camper. That's all programmed, so when it gets to a certain temperature, comes on and will return the body of the truck back to that temperature and maintain it. We've got air conditioning, which runs off the inverter. So again, off grid, you've got the reverse cycle aircon. Instant water heater, so there's no endless supply of water. You don't have to worry about any tanks or anything like that. Convection oven, nice and easy to cook everything, and the induction cooktop. The electrical system is really big in one of these. We're all power hungry. We all want to charge iPads, phones, all that kind of stuff. You can also add in things like your Starlink, so you have all your internet, streaming devices and things like that off grid. But with things like Starlink and this particular system, it gives us the ability we can remotely log in and diagnose and fault find in the system. And that's really important when you are off-road and you do have an issue because it gives you that backup and that support. So over this side, so on the passenger side, really important, we've got another fridge down here. So this is a 40 litre beer fridge. Great access for outside, that's really important. But over here you've got all your controls for the electrical system. So this is our Turbo X from Victron. That's our display unit for the whole screen. Then what we've also got, we've got all your light switches, so your bed white, bed blue for just some ambient lighting that's up top. But the big thing is all your light switches. We've still got spare switches, so you can adapt the system if you had different options or anything like that. But when you want to go to bed, you simply bed lower, and the bed will come down, and vice versa, it'll go back up. So another part of our features with everything is it's about ergonomics and how to get everything. So what we've done, we've put all the switch panel and everything here in our screens that manages all the electrics just here. So what that means is whether you're inside or outside, you've got access to everything all your diagnostics, all the information it's going to tell you there. And you've got all your switching for your lights, inside, outside, all that type of stuff. All your lights outside are amber and white. And the other benefit of the system is everything that's on the screen you can get on your phone. So you can see what's happening with your system and see what you're doing, turn things on and off, diagnose, or even if you've got the camper, say for example, parked up somewhere, you can see what temperature your batteries are, what temperature your fridge is at, all that type of stuff, which is really important in managing this type of system. So guys, thank you for that. That's a walkthrough of the electrics on the OTT. If you've got any questions, drop it in the comments below and we'll do a specific Q&A on the truck, particularly around the electrics or anything else you see on the OTT. If you want to know more, reach out to us, sales@hitchcampers.com.au or through any of the socials.